This is how to take apart the Gaggia switch with some basic tools. First thing you need to do is take the end clips off. And this is done by lifting this part towards this part. And you can do that with a pick or with a needle. So you need to either put it in the hole or get it underneath and lift it up and slide it out. I'll show you on this one. So you get the needle in, lift it up and push at the same time. It can be tricky. Once you've got the knack, it's pretty simple, like that. Out it comes. The next thing is to get this bar out. And this bar is held in by the springs. And you need to push it down on both ends and slide it out whilst holding your hand above it all. So I push down, push the pin, and then I can pull it out the other side. And slowly release all the switches, and they should sit there. The three switches, the power switch, that's got a spring, a resistor, and the neon bulb all in one unit. The brew switch, the steam switch just has two springs. And the brew switch has a spring and the neon bulb inside. The resistor for the neon bulb and the brew switch is in this black housing here. So keep hold of this spring, and these are the four switches. These will then just lift out. They're not held in by anything. And the best thing you can do is just give the contacts a clean with some sandpaper, or I've got a tool here which just scratches them. So do that for all four. It's good to have a pair of tweezers to get the switch back in place. Do that for all four. If it is this resistor that's gone down here, carefully remove the spring. And then to get this black housing out, you need to push on the catch here, and that will slide out. Again, it's good to have tweezers here. So this is the housing that holds the resistor. And the resistor sits in there with the spring on top. And obviously these switches go everywhere. There's two facing up, one facing down, and the left hand one is facing up. So let's put the resistor back in. That just slides down. Bit tricky, this one. Should click in. Resistor goes in, the spring goes in, and then you're all set to reassemble. This can be the tricky bit. So, I start with the power switch. Make sure the spring goes over the top of the switch. Push it down and slide the bar in. Then you fiddle around to find the pivot hole of each switch. Hold that there. And then you want the bar just flush with the edge of the switch, like that. Make sure all these are aligned. Next one is the brew switch. You see the springs are at different angles. That matches the angles that the switches in the bottom sit at. So put the springs over the switches, push it down. Guess where the the metal bar is. And again, it's come out. And the last one's the brew switch. Put that on its switch. Make sure the small spring goes into the end of the where the neon contacts are. Push that down, hold it in place, and you should be able to push the bar through. There we go. And keep pushing the bar through until you hear a click and it locks back in place. Slide these back in and they'll click in. And there you go. The switch all back together. Thank you.